A special place in my heart because I was attached to 40 Commando Group as a mover, and it's the first time I've ever had barbecued scorpion and barbecued lizard, and it was in the Old Man, and I was there when they actually got the call 2001 to go to Afghanistan. So that's my affinity with the Royal Marines, and I've worked with them ever since. So without further ado, I'm not going to bore you anymore. I'm going to call on George and his colleagues now to come and accept the cheque. So to present the cheque, we've got one of the future defenders of Great Britain, and his Petty Officer Cadet, Josh Bundo, who's also the Navy Board Cadet for the Southwest. And Josh is presenting a cheque in your donations to the value of £259.45. Thank you very much for that donation.
Ladies and gentlemen, on behalf of the Royal Marines Charitable Trust Fund, thank you. It seems a very small word to say, it's bandied about a lot, but it really does mean an awful lot to the Royal Marines. And I'd just like to enlighten you a little bit about the Royal Marines, in case you don't know. I joined the Royal Marines 50 odd years ago, and the core strength then was 6,500. It's the same today. They've never had any problem in recruiting, and they go on and on. They have modernised, they've changed, and just to give you a little bit of an insight, the Royal Marines were involved in Afghanistan from day one until the end of the Afghan campaign. And if I was to tell you that every year since the end of World War II, apart from 1978, Royal Marines somewhere in the world have been on active service. There's no one else in the British forces can compare with that record. Even today, after withdrawal from Afghanistan, Royal Marines are still deployed all around the globe on anti-piracy, embassy protection, protecting the nuclear deterrent, and special forces, doing special operations. Now, we've all heard of the SAS, and whenever there's a special operation, that's the people that we think have done it. But 49% of special forces are Royal Marines, and they are the unsung heroes in a sense. They don't publicise. That's just one small point. Don't worry, don't panic, it's not a speech, but just a few little facts that I've got here that I'd like to sort of bring you up to date with. The mission of the RMCTF is to provide life support for Royal Marines family, that's i.e. the serving members, retired members, and their family. Now, if we go back to Afghanistan, and I was to say to you that the Marines as a corps suffered disproportionate casualties. The Royal Marines make up 4% of the land forces of the UK, but they suffered 13% of the casualties. 60 Royal Marines were killed on active service in Afghanistan out of a total of 445, which is 13%. We had 155 disabled Royal Marines, including 30 amputees. 3 triple, 6 double, 21 single. 7 of those are above the knee. We also have 2 tetraplegics that we have to care for throughout their life. Now, there's a saying in the Marines that once a Marine, always a Marine. And the esprit de corps that we have in the Marines is envied throughout the world. And we do look after Royal Marines from the day they join to the day they join their maker. And for that, for those guys who have the amputations, the double and triple amputees, we don't accept the prosthetics that are given by the UK Health Service. We send our guys to the States and they get proper limbs that give them as much manoeuvrability as possible. If we say, we try and put them back where they were before they lost their legs or their arms. One set of above the knee prosthetics costs £90,000. They last on average 5 years. So for those Royal Marines that have suffered that way, it is going to cost our charity £1.5 million each. So you can see why we have to raise and continually raise money to look after those people. We have 225 Royal Marines suffered life-changing injuries in Afghanistan. And it is a constant battle, a constant struggle. Obviously, every man and his dog goes out with a bucket to collect for different things. And they're all worthwhile charities, but we believe ours is one that we should support wholeheartedly. And for that, Bob, thank you very much indeed. The members of Park Conservative Club, I thank you from the bottom of my heart. Thank you.
Okay, now ladies and gentlemen, to make another presentation to the RMA, it's Kirsten, who as you know is your entertainment for tonight. So I'll pass you over to her now.
Thank you very much. Before I start, I just want to say a massive thank you to the club for all of the fundraising that you have done for the Royal Marines, because not only does it mean a lot to them, but it means a lot to me as well. So I just thank you so much. But also I've got a little surprise for you as well. As you know, like I said just now about my single Never Stop Believing, it's been out for only a couple of months, but I wanted to hand over a cheque to you now of what I've raised so far of £150. I do hope that it is going to raise a lot more money in the future and I'll be able to do this again with you. But thank you ever so much for all that you are doing. It's going to go such a long way, it will. So thank you very much, and I do hope you're going to enjoy the rest of the night.
Thank you, Kirsten there. We have got one more presentation of a cheque, which I'd like to call upon Jack to come and present it. Yes, you. Jack, for those of you who don't know, is an ex-Royal Marine. And the cheque that he's presenting tonight is for British Ex-Servicemen or British Limbless Ex-Servicemen Association. If I can find it. No, I don't know. There it is. So if you'd like to present that to Kirsten.
Well, this is a shock to me, believe you me, but it gives me great pleasure, believe you me. Thank you.
Okay, ladies and gentlemen, if I known that he was going to get a kiss, I would have given the cheque. And secondly, before we just finally thank these guys, I want to make it clear I was in the Cubs from 1968 to 74. And in Splot, I've seen a lot of action, okay? But please, one more time, for the brave men and women we got here tonight, make them feel welcome, give them a big round of applause. While they're taking photographs, any more bingo tickets?
Once again, ladies and gentlemen, thank you very much, and thank you for what was the best award tonight. Thank you very much.